gonna get you on the film, man. This is Albert.
Let me powder my face.
No, I'm sweating like a pig. Here's my issue. It's always been my issue.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot of us feel that we don't want to focus on development as an economic engine for Dade County.
Right, it cannot be.
Yeah, because it's a finite thing.
Exactly.
Okay? And we, just because they're projecting the population to double by 2050 here, doesn't mean we want it to do that.
And the projections have been wrong.
Okay, well hopefully they're a lot less.
Yes.
But if we keep building, even if we do high density near the busways and stuff like that, if you keep building more places to live, they're going to come. Okay? So I want to know if there's any way that we can slow that down. We need to take the focus off development altogether. We've got a bad economy right now, but they'll be right back in here again like rats as soon as, things pick up a little bit. And I don't think that we should be doing that. I have a real problem with having a 2-day-a-week water restriction already on me, and they're talking about doubling the population here? I'm sorry. So I want to know what your feeling is.
Yes.
Do we agree?
Florida has had these cycles, right, since the 1920s, these boom and bust cycles. We are in a bust. This is the time we have to ask that question and find the answers. Because you know what? Once it starts up again, the money, the pressure behind that, you can go ahead and stand like that guy in Tiananmen Square in front of the tank.
Right.
But eventually, you're going to have to move or die.
Right.
And that's what it's like. Development has been a juggernaut. I predict that despite my best efforts and your best efforts, development is still going to be a massive force when it comes back. But this is the time that we start to rethink how it's going to work. We have a window. We haven't done anything since this bust to really start to rethink how we can do things. It's going to be tough, but this is our opportunity.
Okay, then one more thing on your answer list that some of our group may question. You were saying that the incorporation issue was a citizen-driven effort, that it wasn't from downtown, and that you supported a citizen-driven effort. And I just wanted to make sure that you understand that some citizen-driven efforts are only done by 6 or 7 citizens, which doesn't mean that...
Yeah, remember, I was part of the East Kendall process.
Yeah.
And I saw what happened is there was a small number of people who had their hearts set on this. They had their hearts set on it before their minds were set. And they really felt that it was a matter of them wanting it rather than explaining it to anybody else.
Right.
And it failed because of that.
Well, it failed because they actually got to do a straw ballot, and the ballot came back like 4 to 1 against it, And then the Falls area, we weren't afforded that because they didn't want it to fail, and it was they tried to do a fast track on us, and so a lot of people don't want to be incorporated, still don't want to be incorporated, and that was why one of the questions was dealing with only having that come up once every 10 years, because if you're really studying incorporation, if you study some of these cities that have incorporated, they've gone 5 or 6 years through a process before they decide, whether to do it or not. And I was thinking if it was done that way, it would give everybody a breather, because every time we turned around, they were trying to do it again to us. They were trying to do it again to us. And it takes a personal toll on your family and everything else. So I just, anybody that we vote for, we'd like very much to have somebody that will keep that in mind and not...
You were saying that it had to do with something with the census process. You felt it was like a census.
See, what I really want to do is I want us out of representation. I don't want the same commissioner representing incorporated cities and also representing unincorporated Dade, because there's been an inequity there. Sorsen got better the last year in dealing with some of that. We actually had some things given to us on this side of the highway, and I don't blame her 100%, because they have lobbyists, they have mayors that go down there and call them on the phone and, whatever.
Right.
And we don't have anybody like that. We don't even have anybody downtown to write grants for our areas or anything like that. So I want, I want it, I'll have to talk to the group, I want to have a separate commissioner for unincorporated day and a separate commissioner to represent the cities. Now, right now, the districting process is coming up.
At large, you would have two that are semi-at-large.
No, have the same commissioner. This would be District 8 would stop at US 1 and take in, Homestead City if they want.
There are too many citizens in UMSA for that to come out right. It wouldn't be one commission district. But I hear
you know what I'm saying? Well, in our area, we used to be in District 9. It could be very easily put back into District 9, and then we would have a commissioner that represented mostly unincorporated day residents.
Right.
So I guess I'm asking you to fall on your sword. You know, if we vote for you, will you help get that
commit
done?
to that? I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I think that the most direct way to take care of the issue is to empower community councils. Because community councils already have a structure that is similar to what a city council would be. It's just been emasculated. If you put back all the community councils, if you put more community councils, enough,
it should be put in the charter, then it would be changed.
I agree with you. That makes sense. But I would say I try to keep it simple and look. I think the best model, best matchup is to have Elliot Zach, Community Council 12, grow into the leader he can be at the Community Council level. And, of course, you got to have not just a zoning meeting, a non-zoning meeting. There has to be true staff in the form of the neighborhood teams.
Okay, well, the only problem with that is the commissioner still appoints the people that are on, like the South Dade Transportation Study Group and stuff like that. And in the past, the commissioners have appointed mostly city residents.
You're right.
And to me, it's an equal... it's a voting rights issue.
So why not go ahead and say from each of the community councils, let's see representatives as well?
Well, if we're going to have representation on a board, I would think that if you chose one person to represent 4,000 maybe voters in a city, you should have maybe 5 people to represent 25,000 on this or 20,000 on this.
Community councils.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we want. We want a fair shake because we haven't been getting a fair shake. And if you just study, I've been using the example as the South Dade Transportation Study. You'll see that was way off, way off. So anyway, I'm going to fold this. I don't know whether I'm going to put it all on YouTube.
I'm not pretty enough for you to put that up there.